This is horrible. This is sad. These are mothers with their daughters swinging on poles. Mm-mm-mm. And let me just say, I'm reposting this video. Of course, we live in a world that is super sensitive, and this is for educational purposes and for protecting children and for our people, adults, to understand that this is not cool. So this is why I'm reposting this. But the world we live in, yeah, that's sad, man. That's sad and that's unfortunate. But the world we live in, what I was saying is that it's so sensitive. They will try to say, um, you're doing something against children by just reposting it, and it's all over the internet. But this is for educational purposes. And, the first question that, I'm asking, or you probably are asking, is where are the fathers at? I would assume that this was not a man's idea. Even if that man is not in the house, even if he's definitely if he's not, if he's estranged and the mother and him are not getting along, the father definitely would not approve of this. This is horrible. And if you ever thought that we wasn't living in the last days, well, this is proof. You got women literally taking their daughters to be trained in pole dancing and climbing poles. Um, and I'm sure there's probably, I didn't look at the comments, but I'm sure there are some deranged minded women that are agreeing with this and saying there's nothing wrong with it. I see a lot of things wrong with it, especially in the time period that we live in, where women are over sexualized to the point where they sexualize themselves, they sexualize their bodies in order to make it in this world, in order to feel confident and have self esteem in this world. And the profession of being a stripper is not something that is a dignified lifestyle. These women are coming from places that are horrible. They're coming from situations that are horrible. And I'm gonna get back to this, but there was a actual documentary on Vice. Vice, it was like I remember it having like Rick Ross or somebody in it, and it was about Miami strip clubs, one segment of it. And in that segment, it was black strip clubs, and these were managers that were actually laughing and joking about it is a revolving door in that industry. And in that strip club, girls come in all the time, and they wouldn't come in if they wasn't broken. And I was like, damn. And they were laughing about it. It was all shits and giggles, but I was like, damn, there's a message in there. It's something that I know, but it's something that a lot of people that seen it probably don't understand, is that these women come from, dysfunctional families, from families with abuse, families with parents are drug addicted, families where they have been, sexually assaulted, families with all kind of dysfunctions going on in there, and they run to the streets, or some pimp or some way they find themselves on a stripper pole. Like, you're training your daughters up to be strippers. What are they gonna perform for the president one day? They gonna perform on Circus Soleil. They're gonna be on Broadway. I mean, what are you getting out of this? And in my personal opinion, this is a form of child abuse. Just like when they over sexualize little girls and have them, dancing and doing things that grown folks do at such a young age. There's like a baby in there that looks like they like 2 years old, like they just started walking. And they're putting this baby on the pole. I think it was a boy in there also. This society is sick, man. And black people need to wake up. Like, we've been following this society and doing what they say is okay to do. Now, I know for a while, like, white women been having classes like these. And what you have to see is that it's a it's inevitable that when something new comes out, when people start doing something new, first it's, you know, white folks doing it. Then secondly, eventually as time goes on, black people will pick it up. It will start to be okay in the black community. It will start to be okay in the minds of black folks, like, because it's in society. Just because society is doing it doesn't make it right. And we got to pick up on that. We got to pick up on this society does a lot of things that are not right. It over sexualizes women. Black women have always been over sexualized from the time of slavery, sexually objectified. But you, in the mainstream, you got to understand is that they started to have, you know, flapper girls and Playboy bunnies, and pornography started to become accepted. Being half dressed, bikinis. Before, women didn't used to dress like that, where your stomach is showing, your breast is showing, your behind is showing. Tell me what's the difference between a bikini, you know, swimwear and lingerie? There is no difference. You are buckety naked, period. But we've been brainwashed to think that, oh, this is swimwear, this is for going to the beach. I'm not naked. I have something on. Ma'am, I can see your whole body. I can see the crack of your behind. You're naked. Now they got these little girls dressed like this in a class learning how to go up and down a pole in a time where little black girls is coming up missing in record numbers. What the hell is wrong with us? There's no damn man in that house. And like I said, ain't no man is gonna allow that. Oh, babe, yeah, I'm finna put our daughter into you know, the stripper pole class. No, the hell you not. What the hell you think this is? It will be a fight. It will be a fight. And it's even worse if you're not with that woman and you hear that she got your daughter in some in some class like that. That's even worse because you're not getting along. So now it is a whole power trip. It is, you know, some bad blood because what man would want his daughter to be in a class like that? You are setting up your daughter to be a 304. What good can come out of a little baby learn? Let me think. Y'all gonna say, oh, it's constructive. They learn certain you know, traits. They learn teamwork. I don't know. I mean, you're by yourself on a damn pole. What are they learning from swinging on a pole? Are they going to be in the Olympics one day? Hmm? When this world knows that pole dancing has to do with the sex industry. So now your daughter down the line going to be at school somewhere on a jungle gym, spread eagle, swinging on a pole in front of some boy, or even worse, in front of some sicko. We don't be thinking, man. Even the Bible says don't prostitute your daughter. The Bible says do not prostitute your daughter. Don't set your daughter up to be a 304. Don't promote that to your seeds. And this is not just for daughters, this is for boys too. There was a boy in there. But a lot of times in our community, we raise boys, you know, to be you know, in gangs, to follow our footsteps. We think it's cute to dress a little boy, like a grown man, and then have him talk like a grown man and disrespect adults. That's not funny. It's bad enough we got all this against us. We got everything against us. We got the whole world against us. But then we hurt ourselves by raising our children in a way that's going to destroy them later on. It's bad enough our children that are growing up in this day and age have to see black men and black women arguing all the damn time about you not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not taking accountability. So it's a whole generation that's being raised off of social media, off of black men and women battling about a relationship. Nobody is thinking about what's going to happen with this generation of children. And then you have black people that are putting their daughters into pole dancing classes. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot worse, but damn, I don't think you can. This is the bottom of the barrel low. This is the bottom of the barrel low. I feel bad for those babies. And you can't blame no baby that is acting like a grown person or twerking or doing any of those things, because there is an adult that taught them things. There is an adult that had laughed at it and thought it was cute. There's an adult behind that child that you look at as disrespectful, that you look at as a little monster, a little gremlin, you know what I'm saying? A future thought. There's a man or a woman behind that thing. Now, it ain't, obviously, it can't be no man in that house. These women are there with their daughters in the class, swinging with them. Instead of teaching these little girls, how to swing on the pole, why not teach them etiquette? Why not teach them manners? Why not teach them how to be wary of strangers? Why not teach them self confidence? How not to smile at every man that gives you a compliment? Why not teach them that their confidence doesn't come for how big their backside is or how long they weave is, but their confidence comes from who they are and how they carry themselves, their self-esteem. All that comes from that. Why not teach them those things instead of teaching them how to swing from a goddamn pole?